Hi and welcome to Easy Fishing. Well, it's been a somewhat stressful time just the last month or so. Basically, after the last video I shot in February, a few days later I was rushed back into hospital with an even more serious condition, and after a long spell in hospital I was released, but that affected me quite badly. I was very weak. So anyway, what's been going on? So I've been housebound for quite a while now, but my fishing buddy decided he would be very nice and take me to the Big One show. Unfortunately I wasn't well enough to attend the Farnborough show, so we went to the Stoneleigh show instead. Now the Stoneleigh show wasn't anywhere near as big as the Farnborough show, but was quite good nevertheless, and I had a very enjoyable 2 or 3 hours there. My only complaint was the catering, because anybody who thinks that £9 for fish and chips is good, well, I would disagree. Parking was first rate. We parked very close to the venue, and for those who didn't, there was a shuttle service to take them to the venue. So when we got inside there, I had a list of places I wanted to go. One of the first places I headed for was the Cadence stand, because I wanted to look at the Cadence tackle, having never seen it before. On the stand I met James Robbins and some of the Cadence team, who were very, very helpful, and I'm grateful for that. I looked at the Cadence long pole. Now I explained to James I was not intending to buy it. I just wanted to have a look at it, and he was keen to demonstrate the pole to me, because, you know, I do intend to let people know what I thought. So I got it set up, sat down in an area, had a good waggle with it, pretended I was fishing with it, practiced striking, etc, etc, and used it right up to its full length, which was, I think, 16 metres. I was quite impressed. The pole is very nice, very responsive, but I won't be buying one because it was £1,000 just for the basic pole without top kits, and by the time you added top kits onto it, it would have been quite expensive. Nevertheless, a very good product, and if you have that kind of money, fine. What I was really interested in was the Cadence long whip. Again, they set that up for me at full length, and I had a good waggle around with it, and so on and so forth. Very similar to my ancient Daiwa Connoisseur whip. Similar sort of weight at 7 metres. Very nice it was indeed, I have to say. Big difference was that it has a telescopic top 5 as opposed to my Daiwa, which has a telescopic top 3. But nevertheless, a very, very nice long whip. In long whip terms, quite affordable, about £280, which, though it might seem a lot of money, in fishing terms it's not, and if you have the budget to buy one, it was very nice. What else? So after there, I went to the MAP stand. There I bumped into Mike Robinson, who is the director, I believe, of MAP. Had a bit of a chat with him. had a look at some of the products, including the light seat box, they call it. Very nice, well made, light by modern standards of seat box, and quite reasonably priced by modern standards. About I think they were about £270, and while I was looking at it, a customer came up and snapped one up in front of me. So, one happy customer. I probably wouldn't buy it because with the foot stand and everything else, it wasn't very light and it was quite bulky. So after that, moved to, one word. While I was chatting to Mike, I mentioned that I had commented on their videos about could they please do a video on their, how should we put it, their lower range poles, because I had asked and the people who shot the video said that they thought £1,000 pole was a cheap one, to which I replied that I disagreed and normal working people couldn't afford that, and I wanted to see a budget pole. So anyway, I had some good news from Mike Robinson. All I will say is keep watching map videos. You might see a good, interesting video. On the subject of map videos, I wanted to see Andy May and Jamie, I can't remember his surname now, and I bumped into Andy May, and what a great character he was. We had a very nice chat, and I have to say he's one of those larger than life characters, and he's exactly like he comes across in his videos. A really nice guy. So then I moved on and I went to the Oxbox stand because I wanted to have a look at their products. Beautifully made seat boxes, all welded and nicely finished. They look like they will last a lifetime. Again, I thought they were a little bit bulky and a little bit heavy, and regrettably, once you got past the basic seat box, they were not cheap, but they were a quality piece of kit. I know a lot of England team members use them, and quite a lot of top anglers do, so that says something about the quality of the box, but not for me. So next I moved on to Matchbox. Now, for those of you who saw my video, Are You Sitting Comfortably, will recall that I have a Matchbox, albeit a very old one, about 20 years old, and they brought out a new version, same design but with 25mm legs, which was my main complaint with the old one. They were a bit fragile, they were prone to getting bent a bit, so I was pleased to see it, and we agreed that I will probably be buying the seat box frame and 25mm legs, so that my existing box will plop straight onto them. So I will be in contact with them next week to arrange that. What else? I went to a stand run by NGT. Now, NGT, for those who don't know, are a company that specialises in the lower price range tackle. Now, don't let their lower price range fool you. They have some really good products. I have, what do I have? I have 3 of their rods already. I have the 2 9-foot fiberglass carp stalker, 8-foot carp stalkers. They have a short handle like a spinning rod, and I absolutely love them for canal fishing for pike and carp, and at £10 each you can't really go wrong. They also double up as a beautiful dead bait twitching rod, spinning rod, etc. I would like to have a try with their carbon version, but I just didn't have the time. What I did purchase was another 11-foot travel carp, which is a 4-piece carbon rod, breaks down into short sections for travelling. Cost £24. It's a 2 3/4 pound test curve rod. I have one already, and I wanted another one, and these will become my general purpose 11-foot carp rods for when I need a bit more distance and control. I actually think they're really nice, and for £24 you really can't complain, and they will be coming on holiday with me, etc, etc. I also purchased a 50-inch landing net with twin floats because I intend to have a go at the catfish on one of my local club waters this summer, and they insist on a 50-inch landing net, and at £13 and some odd pence it was a bargain. It is adequate for the amount of use I will put it to. Because I won't have many goes for the cats, but I do need a 50-inch landing net for that. And that was that mostly. I did have a wander around and have a look at some of the other stands, but you know, there were bivvies there the size of houses and nearly as much money. There were lots of other things. One of the things I did look at, which I'm interested in, is an underwater camera called the Fish Spy, and I will probably be investing one of those in the future so I can include some underwater shots. What else? Yes, it was interesting, just not as big as the Farnborough show, unfortunately. So, no Matrix, no Preston, which was a bit disappointing because I did want to ask them some questions about their tackle, but that will have to wait for next year's show. Now, following on from my recent illnesses, I have made some life choices. Now, I decided that after the last hospital incident that I was going to change things in my life. So I've got my estate in order, I've made my will and sorted out funeral arrangements, which by the way were an absolute joke. People just want you to spend loads of money, which I'm really not interested in. After I'm dead, after all, I won't be there to see my funeral. So I eventually got all this sorted out. So following on from that, I also have or had a very small pension pot, a small private pension I bought years ago, back in the 90s. It wasn't worth very much, and I decided to cash that in. So I had a long hard think about what to do with the money, and I've invested in a new pole. Now, people are saying I've already got a pole, but what I wanted was a long pole, because although I don't show it on my videos for beginners, in my own fishing I use a long pole quite a lot, and I wanted something at least 14.5 metres to replace my ancient Daiwa Connoisseur, which I can no longer obtain spares for. I did phone up Daiwa and they said no chance, so I could probably find somebody else's top kits to fit on it, but it's a very slim pole, unlike modern day poles that are much larger in diameter. So I guess I've had it 20 years, it doesn't owe me anything. Now, I could have bought a quite expensive pole, but decided against it, and instead I purchased a Drennan DS7 combat cart, 14.5 metres, 5 spare top sections plus a cupping kit. I've had a play with one. They're for the money, very lower middle range pole price wise, but adequate performance, good spares package, so that's what I decided on. I've ordered a couple of spare top 2s and a number 3. I chose what Drennan described as the ST kit, which is a lighter, more match style top kit, rated up to Drennan yellow bungee, which for open water commercial work is fine for 90% of the fishing. But the other ones will be elasticated with lighter solids and hollows for natural water work. So I was quite pleased with that. I also invested in a GoPro camera. I chose not the Hero 7 or 6 or 5, but instead the Hero 2018. Basically because I'm not interested in 4K video, my computer can't handle 4K files. I didn't need image stabilisation because it will be tripod mounted or possibly chest or head mounted, and for less than £200 it was half the price of a Hero 7, so it will do everything I want to do, and basically it will enable me to fish in the rain, which at this moment in time I cannot do with my current camcorder, because basically it's not waterproof. It's a superb camera and produces good film quality, but it's not waterproof, and as we all know, it tends to rain a lot in the UK, so that will be in addition to my shots. So expect to see some video footage from that. I might even try and do a couple of underwater videos with that on a long pole to see what it's like underwater, because I have a 6 metre landing net pole that I use for rock fishing, so I don't have to get too close to the sea or scramble down, so I'll just attach the GoPro to that and see what it comes like out underwater shots. So that's basically it I say that's it. I also decided it was time I acquired another small fishing boat. I used to have a 17-footer many years ago, a wooden one. But my problem is I've got nowhere to keep them, a rigid boat I have, no driveway to park it on, etc, etc. So I've been looking inflatables. I haven't quite decided which model to get, but it will probably be about 3.5 metres long, big enough to take me and my fishing buddy out. So just wanted a small boat that I can put in the back of my car and not have to tow a trailer around. Like I say, be used for estuary work and very close inshore work in calm conditions. I've managed to purchase a cheap 4 horsepower outboard to power it, so I have some life jackets, and I'll obviously need to purchase an anchor and some other relevant boating equipment. So I really look forward to that, and I shall look forward to taking the GoPro out and filming some of that. What else? I tried to shoot a video yesterday, which was the Saturday of the bank holiday, on a lake I haven't fished for, I'm not sure how many years now, but I stopped fishing it when they drained it for repair work. It used to be a superb roach fishery, especially in the winter. You could catch quality roach to in excess of £1 on caster. I went there yesterday. It was a as was for most of the country. It was really hot, really bright, and the roach didn't really want to play ball. I was forewarned by the bailiff, who said that in his opinion it would be a couple of weeks before they really started feeding. In about 2.5 hours I had about 25 roach to about 8 ounces. So I did catch a few fish, and it was great to be sitting in the sun again, even though I did start to feel a bit rough towards the end. But the video was rubbish. There was people running around screaming, and generally not great quality. I wasn't going to publish it after I reviewed it. So I'll go there and have another go at it. So I'm sorry that I haven't been able to put videos up, and I do apologise, but this is circumstances beyond my control. I said it this time last year how I was looking forward to doing a lot more videos. Well, I haven't done half as many as I wanted to. I planned on doing about 50, and I think I haven't even done half of that, hardly. So I will do my best to do more videos and keep them, as always, aimed at people who are beginners and those who are on a tight budget, i.e. normal family people who perhaps don't earn as much as they would like. So they have to cut their cloth according to their pocket, to use an old saying. So anyway, I'll say goodbye now, and tight lines to you all, and I hope to be catching up with you again very soon. Bye for now.